I'm on the North Fork of the Owyhee River. Nothing inspires me more to paint than wild places like this. So I'll be here for a few days sketching and painting watercolors that I'll finish in the studio into big, large oil paintings. When I go out in the wilderness, usually I go backpacking. If I take a pretty simple kit, watercolor sketch paper about like that, 140-pound cold press is what I use. These little guys are really handy. Has all your colors, even has a palette on it. And it's a really nice set of colors, a really nice palette, plenty of things to mix. I have 3 blues because you tend to run into a lot of greens and a lot of purples when you're in alpine country, certainly. And in the desert, you need a good variety of yellows. I have a real simple brush combination, short pencils. I use a 1-inch and I scrape a lot. I use this to fatty to wet my paper. I usually paint wet in wet, let it dry, and then the last 2 coats are come in fairly heavy. I do a lot of scraping with the end of the brush to get highlights. And I bring a palette like this when I go on a, say, a car camp trip or something like that, where I can take a little more extensive. I can work on a little bigger piece of paper and even do a complete finished watercolor, say a half sheet with a palette like this. And when I'm backpacking, this is all I use for my water. It's pretty simple, traditional old aluminum cup. And I think I'll paint a picture. Let's do a simple sketch of the North Fork of the Owyhee Canyon. Kind of a nice place. Just bleed some color in here and come back and scrape on it. And I want to underpaint it because when I scrape it with I want color to come from underneath through the scraping. And I want a dynamic impressionistic kind of a look. So I don't necessarily want everything accurate. We'll let the paint do some of the work for me. Try to keep it connected. So I just want to have an indication what this place looks like. And there's some juniper trees, which are kind of a hard green to figure out how to mix. It's kind of actually a blue green in a way. Suggest those out there, and then we'll come back here, lay them in harder. All I want to do now is create shapes and forms that match fairly closely to what I'm seeing out there. These are the highlights. Now, put a little glaze into the canyon. give it a little more distinction. Those cliffs stand out a little bit more. This is the way you really connect with the wilderness, is by observing it in depth and detail. Really getting a feel for the country is only painting can give you that. Now we got some juniper trees all taking over this place. We just want to make a suggestion of them. Now we'll just put some sharp edges in, real darks, and it should start to sing a little bit, and then we'll be done. So we got that canyon over there, this one coming down here, this rock in the foreground. Okay, and then we'll just take the detail brush and we'll just score in some junipers. Call it good. We got one here. Got some down here. Bottom. Kind of captures what the country looks like.